check out my sci-fi novel Last Flight to Trenzoa, my other books, and Jack's webcomic Shadows, all in the description. Thank you very much. Deep there, guys, it's me, Sergeant Major Mo. What is up? Welcome back to Kirby in the Forgotten Land. I'm here with...
Namaste, fellas. I'm Manga writer.
That's not what you're supposed to say. Anyway, last time we were here, we rescued Leon's soul from the Shadow Realm, and we beat Chaos Alphilis again because just really wanted to stick it to him. This time, we're hopefully going to be wrapping up the game, because you may think we've done everything, but in the thumbnail, it says Star-Crossed Worlds. So, I have the Switch 2 content to look through. I just realized my TV was on this whole time because I was playing Splatoon Raiders earlier. Like, I was just like getting everything ready on my phone. I was like, why the fuck am I seeing two Kirbys in my peripheral vision? I'm like, oh right, yeah, I was playing Splatoon, dumbass. I actually just beat the main story just like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, it's good, fun, great fun. But
hell yeah.
It's quite disappointing. Like the soundtrack of Kirby, sorry, not Kirby, Splatoon, has been great, but for some reason, like, Splatoon Raiders has been very disappointing.
Oh, really? Huh?
Yeah, it's hard to describe it. It just sounds like nonsensical horns half the time.
Ah, I see.
But the final boss track was excellent.
Mm-hmm. That's where most of the budget went for the music.
Place your bets. Will Tommy finish this today, or will he need to do another stream? My money is on another stream.
Have faith, fellas. Have faith.
So if you lose that bet, is that another purchase on my Throne account? No. I'm joking. Oh, look at that. I suddenly want to end playing Kirby right now. What a weird coincidence. Oh, look. I won the bet. Alright, the Fallen Star Volcano. How long have you guys been here for?
They got lost.
I don't need to rescue you, do I?
Adam says you're on.
Who the fuck are you? You're not Bandana Waddle Dee.
You're Scots, McGee.
You what?
You're Scots, Diddy.
Scots Diddy. Oh yeah, I suppose it does look like one of those Scottish golfer hats, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've always wondered what that hat is called. I know it has like a specific name. Like, do you ever like, you know, like every piece of clothing has like a name to it, and you find out its name is like, that is a stupid fucking name. No wonder we just call it generic like shirt or hat or shoe. You know what I mean?
I can't think of any off the like. Can't think of any off like the top of my head. But
I mean, fedora sounds like a stupid name for a hat.
I suppose it's true. Yeah. The connotations to the fedora. It's been forever ruined by atheism.
I was about to say incels.
Sometimes. I feel like it evolved. You know, started with atheism, then the incels took it. And atheism went, oh, thank God, finally. Well, it was just kind of like a whole thing where it's like, you know, the meme back in the day. It's like the fucking fedora-wearing atheist.
I don't know fedora-wearing atheist. I just know the milady.
Yeah. I think there was like some overlap between that and atheism. I could be completely wrong, of course. Look, it's meth.
I mean,
bro, we could get so much money out of this. Kirby, don't eat it.
I was about to say Kirby starts growing a beard. Alphalin, we need to cook. and he just turns to fire Kirby and starts setting it on fire. Oh, look at the new marketable plushie! Oh, there it goes.
Nope, it's dead.
Damn, how much was in just one of them? Christ. It's a star of light.
Oh my god. A starry, of fucking course that's what it's called. People stayed up night and day trying to come up with these fucking names, I tell you what. Like...
Somehow, the Starries returned.
Oh no.
So, I always love those unoriginal original names. Like fucking, what was like Bowser lived in the Darklands in the Mario Brothers film.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of any other fucking name, just the Darklands.
What was that one place, or like that one term we had during like Ace Attorney, where it was like, oh, what's it called? And then like it popped up as like, oh, okay, it's no wonder it's like, of course, that's what it's fucking called.
Oh god, I think that. Which game was it? Do you remember?
Ah, I couldn't remember. I couldn't tell you. I think it was like maybe like game 2 or 3.
Who was the prosecutor?
I don't know. Could have been Francisco.
So it would have been Justice for All, but that. Oh god, it's been a while since we did Justice for All, so I'm trying to remember. The only thing I remember of Justice for All was just the judge gavel whacking the fucking dogs.
Yes. We interrupt Kirby to bring you Crash Bandicoot.
I already made that joke in part 1. Be original.
Oh fuck! All right. In my defense, I wasn't there, so it's original when I say it.
No, but you're still a plagiarist. Same level, but now there are these crystals everywhere.
So what's the like objective with this new game mode?
Did you like Forgotten Land? Because you're basically doing it again.
Not really.
instead of rescuing Waddle-Dees, you're rescuing Starries, except the level layout's changed a bit.
You're still gonna die in one hit. You don't have to look threatening.
I'm still gonna kill you.
Look, I appreciate the spirit, buddy, but we all know how this is gonna end.
Well, you're getting into character. I can appreciate that. However, die. I said die. First try.
I take it back. It was 2 hits.
Oh my god, they're getting stronger.
Oh no.
Turn around. Turn around again. What the fuck? I'm facing the same direction. That fucking popped up on my timeline recently. Someone did like a tattoo version. I fucking love the what the fuck?
What the fuck?
I'm facing the same direction. So, Ready Player 2.
I gotta put that as a joke in like one of the
dog shit.
Well, I haven't seen Ready Player 1, so
good.
You know, I'm not particularly fussed about there being a sequel.
It's just, the first one was dog shit. Why even bother with the second one? Yes, okay, the book to the first film was better, but the film was still dog shit.
I guess it made a lot of money? Question mark?
Google that.
Right.
Check check the box office compared to the budget.
Yeah, no problem. On the little side quest, so just give me a moment.
And chat,
okay.
When he says side quest, he actually decided to just play a bit of Pokemon Go.
So the production budget for Ready Player 1 is estimated between 155 million and 175 million.
I'll be charitable and we'll go for the 155.
Okay, so it had a budget of 155 million and it grossed over 607 million.
Okay, it made a profit.
Yeah, so for a film to be successful, it needs to make like at least 2.5 times back its budget.
I thought it was 1.5 times.
Was it 1.5 times?
I
could have sworn it was like 2. I could be wrong.
I mean, you can always double check, but like I always heard like I mean, who knows? Maybe they changed their minds to have like fucking tax write-offs and shit.
Yeah, I suppose, and there's also like advertising budgets and things like that.
Yeah. Oh well, how gracious of you
yes.
told me. Thank you, Adam. I'm glad you understand me. Fuck.
Yep. So the film was a success to the dismay of Cornish boy over here.
How did you know my legal name?
No, fuck.
I kept that secret. I was going to say something then, but I completely... Yeah, what I find really fucked up is that, like, you know, the box office does not equate to budget. Because, like, thanks to, I think, what's called, like, Hollywood lawyers, the most profitable film can always remain to be at a loss.
Oh, really? Yeah.
To avoid paying taxes. because that happened.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Forrest Gump?
I haven't seen the whole film, but I know of Forrest Gump. Yeah.
The author of the book, because not a lot of people know it was based on the original book. Yeah, the author of the book, in his contract, it was like agreed he would get some of the profits, but according to the film, according to like the higher ups, despite raking in millions in the box office, it never made a profit, and it's I think another actor came with the term of like monkeys, like monkey's profit or fool's profit, where it's like if in your contract you get some of the profit, you're not going to get any money at all.
Really?
And you want to go for the film's gross, which is the revenue calculated before budgets and taxes and stuff like that.
Oh.
To put into perspective, think of the biggest like film franchise you could think of. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, they still generate a loss, according to Hollywood lawyers.
I see.
Yeah, even though Lord of the Rings is arguably one of, if not the biggest fantasy like series ever made, it still generates a loss.
Yeah.
Frankly, it's ridiculous.
Hollywood be Hollywooding, I guess.
Yes, but God forbid people just pay their taxes, eh? I dropped watching
kind of firm believer that taxation is theft, but at the same time, it's like if you can afford it, you should pay it.
Well, it's kind of needed for stuff outside of just scumbag pockets.
I guess.
I dropped watching the SGB playthrough of Mario Sunshine to be here. Well, good to have you here, Saph. I hope you're doing well.
I listened to that playthrough while I was doing some stuff. It was entertaining.
You heard Johnny lose his shit.
Yes.
Wait, are you sure you're not confusing that for the BSC Sunshine playthrough?
No, I saw SGB.
Oh, okay, because I thought like you watched that Sunshine playthrough because you did a thumbnail for Brain Scratch.
No, I didn't.
Fair enough. You want to keep that on a separate tab, Sapphire? Fuck you, Adam. Fucking sass on this man, eh? I do.
That's the phrase. Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
I suppose, in my case, he would be the hand, wouldn't he?
In a fucked up sense, short.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, the Sunshine playthrough that SGB did was great. It's been a while since I last watched it, but I remember Greg like bringing in all the laughs because he's a real treat to listen to. He is.
Mm-hmm.
I remember so like it is like known that I do like SGB's videos. I remember someone was accusing me of being like a copycat to SGB because I did a stream right when they were starting to play through. Like it was when it was one of those moments of pure coincidences.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like I started doing a stream. Like I was like, yeah. So after this, guys, I'm gonna start streaming Cuphead. And then like SGB announced they were gonna do Cuphead. Everyone's like, are you just piggybacking off SGB? And I'm like, come on, it's just coincidences.
Yeah, I've had a few instances like that where I was like talking about a very similar subject that was like popping off.
Yeah. And it sucks because like it's like, especially if you're like not paying attention and that coincidence just happens to line up, it's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, because some people can just be really, really fucking dumb when it comes to the plagiarism shit.
Yeah.
They just can't believe in just coincidences.
I blame H-Bomber guy.
Yeah, I know it's kind of like a dead thing to go like, oh, that's funny, that's a nice opinion, did a YouTuber give it to you? But I swear to God, H-Bomber guy definitely like started a whole online wave of self-proclaimed plagiarism experts, like calling out other people for alleged plagiarism.
Yeah.
And things like that. It's like, guys, stop. Let's just not do this.
Look who's talking, Mr. I want another purchase on throne. I said I was joking. You can't hold me accountable for jokes. You alright?
Yeah, just having a cough, so.
Don't get hit by a big crystal turtle. Alright, gotta come back to this. God, that's horrifying. Boyo.
Kirby going through it.
I just got Switch 2 DLC. Awesome. Hope you have fun with it, Lost and Found. Maybe don't watch my streams. You can go into it blind.
Get a little taste, maybe.
Yeah. Hypernova Studio YT. Hello. How's it going?
How's it going, my guy? How's life?
Welcome to the channel.
Yeah. We're playing some Curbs, and we're gonna do everything we can to not talk about Kirby. For this is what always happens with conversations between us.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, I've got no defense to that. That is exactly what happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, alright, welcome to the Kirby stream. Now, how's Sonic the Hedgehog doing?
God.
I guess we'll see.
I've stayed far away from Sonic for the time being, and I can say that my mental health has gotten quite a bit better, so that's nice.
That's a joke? Question mark?
I just look back at like the Sonic videos that I've made, and I'm just like, yeah, I've probably pissed off a lot of fans with these ones.
Oh, well, you pissed them off anyway because you did a Sonic video. Like, no matter what the video was about, they were still going to be pissed off by it. You could say that the Sonic series is like the best series you've ever played, and they'll still get pissed off at you because you didn't, you mentioned one series last, which is their favorite series, when they think it should be mentioned first because it's so important.
I wouldn't say it's like that. It's more of a case of you could like a thing in a Sonic game, but the moment you start bringing out criticisms and things like that, they're like, oh, how dare you? What the fuck?
That's just YouTube in general. I guess we'll see if you can beat this in one go. I'm a man of my word, and I'll follow through. I never played this DLC. All right. So, Hypernova, if you don't have a Nintendo Switch 2, this is unfortunately exclusive to the Switch 2 version. It is a fun add-on. I wouldn't say, it's worth buying an entirely new console to play it, but, it's fun. If you do have a Switch 2 and you're on the fence again, I'd say it's, worth the purchase, but that's just my opinion after all. Mm-hmm. Don't let a YouTuber influence your financial decisions.
Yeah.
I want that blue fucking rat snapped in half in a mouse trap. Lovingly, of course. Oh, of course, yes, lovingly.
Yep. It's the best way to describe my relationship with Sonic.
Yeah, like that's the thing with YouTube. That's the thing with like people on the internet. I've lost track of the amount of times, and this has happened to me as well, where I would say like Dust, Dust, Issei, Lilac Wars, my favorite games of all time. I will mention a flaw in them, and people are like, "But you just said you liked it. What? You shouldn't have a problem with it if you liked it." It's like, that's not at all what I'm implying. I can absolutely love the game and accept the flaws and still have a favorite and still love it. I put like so many hours into all three of them. If they weren't my favorite, why would I put so many hours into them?
Yeah, I just think it makes you kind of like just a more... It sounds a bit gatekeepy when I say this, but you're a better fan if you can like acknowledge a game's flaws and yet still enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's the whole point of being a fan of something. You can see it from an honest perspective.
Yeah, and I bond with that honesty.
Link in description.
I like you has it took you a small moment to process what I was doing there. It's like exactly. Oh.
The promotions are gonna get more and more subtle as we go on. There'll be one day where he'll blatantly to my face fucking promote on his buns, and I'd be like, huh?
It goes from subtlety to, if you guys don't buy my book, I'm pulling the trigger. That'll be the next fucking lolcow.
Oh god, yeah.
We'll be on a podcast with Keemstar and whoever the fuck else is on that fucking lolcow podcast.
That is a whole saga of events where I'm like, I have never seen something so pathetic in my entire life. But it's like a slow-moving car crash. You just can't look away, even though you really fucking want to. You know what I mean? It's fucked. I shouldn't be watching this. This isn't good for my mental health. But at the same time, it's like, God, why would you do that?
So that meme of like the green stop sign.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna snap in half with how subtle your shilling will become. Like that Black Mirror episode where the woman gets the brain implant to save her from a tumor and it starts forcing her to speak out loud ads to people. Oh, God.
Black Mirror is a fun show.
I like Black Mirror, but fuck me, does it fuck with you in so many ways.
I mean, I guess that's the point of it.
I suppose, but it's like
kind of it's a dystopian series.
Yeah, but the fact that we're living.
Yeah, some of the concepts are really fucked up.
The one
and a bunch of the ideas that are very close to real life is like, I don't like this.
God, White Christmas was the one that like fucked me up a bit. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I remember the episode with the star system.
All right.
Where yeah, if you had like 5 stars or something, you were like very well off. But if you were a 1 star, you like didn't have any place in society besides like, I don't know, like driving a garbage truck or something. It was a good episode. The entire episode was all about like how much people are willing to censor themselves for status, and the ending of the episode has the character in prison, and she's just cursing out another prisoner who had already like have been there for years at this point, and the episode ends on a very like bittersweet note where yeah, the woman is in prison and everything, and she's probably never gonna get out, but for the first time in her life she's actually able to openly express things that society deemed non-negotiable,
yeah.
Which I thought was really interesting. So in a way she was trapped in freedom, basically. It was an interesting episode. I really liked it.
That is a thing with like the Black Mirror episode. Is like, you know, on the surface it's like, holy shit, this is fucked up, but it really makes you think.
Yeah, and honestly, that's probably the intention. That's like, you know, the goal of any show with a concept like that. Like if a show like that doesn't make you think, then it's automatically failed.
I've heard people compare like Black Mirror to like the Twilight Realm, saying it's like a more modern version of the Twilight Realm.
I've never seen the Twilight Realm, so I can't comment on that.
It's an old show. I think it's like, what, 1960s?
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, like, some of the stuff they came up with back then is like, you know, it's like, oh, yeah, that's ridiculous nowadays, but, you know.
At the time, it was probably, like, pretty poignant.
Yeah, it's basically like, you know, just like imagine, if you will, a world where women are left-handed. It's a freaky piece of shit because, you know, that was our creative thing at the time.
Fuck lefties. Modern day just gotten that to fuck left-leaning people. It's like, okay.
No joke.
Back
like,
in the day, it was like, we just hated left-handed people.
I didn't know about, like, leftist being, like, a political thing for the longest time. So whenever I heard people, like, talk about, like, it's like, oh, leftist scum, I'm like, why do you hate left-handed people? There's not many of us. Chill out.
We're not gonna take over the country, I promise.
I remember the Star Trek episode where the dude made his boss watch his son get blasted out of an airlock. Jesus.
No, that's fucked.
Wasn't there an episode where, like, you know, they were in, like, a space station, but, like, everyone was convinced it was, like, fake until the first person got blasted out of an airlock, and they were like, oh shit, this might be real? Or was that a different show entirely?
Nah, it doesn't ring any bells for me.
I saw, like, a few clips of it. But, the one about the guy who gets his friend to go on Britain's Got Talent and... Sorry, the guy who gets his friend to go on a Britain's Got Talent show and she got forced into porn ended with a weird ending. He, like, goes on the same show and tries to kill himself with a shard of glass, and they give him his own podcast to make him rich.
Huh.
I remember there was one episode, I think it was like this woman is getting, like, relentlessly harassed by people like in masks and stuff. And
Oh yeah.
and when they finally get her, they put her on stage, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like this is your punishment because you killed this child. So we'll forever torment you." And then they knock her out, and they like give her sort of like an amnesiac, and they basically reset everything, implying this is not the first time it's happened to her.
Oh god.
Yeah, like that ending was like a what the fuck, because they put her back in bed and everyone was getting back into their positions, like having coffee and having a few laughs and stuff. It's like, Jesus Christ.
That is a really messed up story.
It's like, do you think like the Black Mirror writers like this is their alternative to therapy?
I guess, yeah. It's probably pretty effective therapy.
They couldn't afford therapy, so like, let me just write out my anxieties in a script.
Hollywood writers can't afford therapy. If that doesn't tell you the absolute fucking state of art, I don't know what will.
No, it's the what was that, like that shitty theory where it's like you know, Phineas and Ferb was based on like her daughter's scribbles before she went insane and took her life. That's what Black Mirror was.
Yeah.
Someone's insane scribbles.
Probably.
Oh, that's the episode White Bear. My music teachers made us watch it. And I'm doing music, but sure made the time. But Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's one way to keep a class entertained.
All right, class. Good job with your music theory. Now here's some psychedelic trauma.
Yay.
I remember. I don't know if your school ever did this, Jack, but like when it came to like, you know, the Christmas holidays, summer holidays, you know, last week before they began, most of the teachers just didn't bother teaching anything because they knew the students just wanted to be done with the week and go home. And
yeah.
My English teacher, she was like, all right, for the last lesson, bring in some DVDs and we'll cast a vote.
Alright, yeah.
And the vote... Sorry, I love this. Because, you know, she didn't really specify any conditions, just bring in a DVD. And,
no, boy, here we go.
The vote was between The Incredibles or Ted. Now, given that we were all 14-year-olds, you can imagine what won the vote.
Yeah. I'm sure the teacher must have been mortified.
She never saw the film. That was the surprising part.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Yeah. So, like, the moment it began and, like, the first swear came in, I saw her, like, because she was just, like, mildly just browsing on a computer, like, responding to some emails. And the moment the first swear came in, she immediately looked up and was like, "Aww." And of course she couldn't just stop it because, you know, she was in too deep.
Yeah, that was a moment for a teacher going like, "You motherfuckers, if someone comes in, I'm gonna get fired."
She was more like, you know, like puzzled when everyone sang the Thunder Buddy song in unison with the film.
Teenagers. You give them any kind of rules, they will always find a fucking loophole in them.
Give them an inch, they take a mile.
Exactly.
Oh, sweet. Written by the same guy who wrote that one Big Brother Zombie parody. Big Brother Zombie parody. Is that the film where they were like a radio, where there was like a radio during like a zombie apocalypse and they were just trying to act like everything was normal?
That's an interesting concept.
Yeah, so like I think it was entirely filmed in like a radio set. And like, you know, they were all just like, you know, just like chatting, everything's fine. I think they did like a few like shows. You know, like radio shows, you know what I mean? And then you would hear like, you know, the faint sounds of screaming, gunfire, like zombies, and like they would all pause, look at each other with concern, and they would take a minute and then carry on.
No.
It's a very interesting concept. Like, I think it falls under one of those like what humanity would realistically do in that situation.
Yeah.
I should
answer the other question of what would you do in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, pretty much. And I feel that's one of the more realistic depictions. Like, you know, when you can't do anything, why not just live in that bit of denial and just act like everything's fine? You know, try and carry on as normal.
Yeah, try to keep like whatever little control you have, and just keep it. I mean, that sounds like something I do, definitely.
There's so much porn per move for a classroom. That was Ted 2, to be fair. Like, Ted 2 wasn't out then. Not on DVD.
Speaking of schools showing you, like, films when teachers can't be arsed to do their job, what's the, like, most disturbing film that a school has ever showed you? Because I know there's, like, I know that, like, this could be different in America, but, like, in Ireland and in Britain, sometimes teachers just get this very weird desire to traumatize kids, and they will just put on a film, sort of like to scare you into being like good, upstanding citizens and things like that. And I was wondering, what's your childhood trauma with that? Tell me about it.
System asks, do sex ed vids count?
No, they do not. That's important education, and we're not gonna fucking go down this rabbit hole.
No, it was an actual Channel 4 thing they produced. They even used a real Big Brother house for the shooting. That's cool, actually. Whole thing was, what would it be like if a zombie outbreak came along during a Big Brother event? That's an oddly specific scenario. You know what? If that was an anime, imagine the title. That time I was part of Big Brother, and then suddenly the zombies started coming in.
It's like, well, fuck.
For me, I remember there was this anti-bullying PSA. I think I was in year 8 at the time, and they basically showed this video about like this kid who was like getting bullied relentlessly, and like he was ignored, verbally and physically abused by his parents because they just didn't believe him. They thought he was just causing inconveniences and stuff like that. And it got to the point where he hang himself on the school grounds.
Oh god!
And like they actually showed him tie the noose and jump off the tree. Like they showed his hanging corpse there.
Jesus!
Like they just left it on screen for like 5 seconds as it slowly swayed left and right.
What was the reaction of the classroom?
Oh, that wasn't a classroom. That was the whole school.
Oh, they did a fucking school assembly?
Yes, it was an assembly video.
Bro, I could imagine the fucking deathly silence that happened afterwards.
It was quiet. It was definitely quiet.
Yeah, could only imagine so. Like, all the kids were like, teach respectfully, what the fuck? Then some emo kid is like, yo, I've got a banger idea.
Yeah, some tried that on me. I had a hell of a bullying life in school. Like a hell of a bullying life. Frankly, I'm amazed I'm still here.
Yeah. Children are relentless. They are demonic beings when they're younger, and they have no concept of morality and things. I'm not saying that I justify what happened in like olden days of school, but I could see why teachers beat kids. Sometimes they are just that bad.
And I'm not saying, you know, this should happen, but I wouldn't be against the cane coming back.
Look, I'm just saying, if there was a kid who was a particular piece of shit, and I don't know, the teacher just went into their drawer and pulled out a ruler, I would just say, if I was given testimony, I saw really, really cool 10 pence on the ground, and it took all of my attention.
I saw a very rare 50p coin. It was a Peter Rabbit one, alright?
Yeah, you gotta understand, officer, I was distracted.
It was a Peter Rabbit 50p. There were thousands. My god, Tommy, can we go one Kirby stream without you saying something controversial? Well, that wasn't me, that was Jack. There was a PSA I saw about kids throwing bricks at oncoming trains. They showed you just how violent the impacts could be on passengers, and it was full of blood and gore. Unfortunately, the whole thing was presented as a sporting TV event. He had a guy yelling into the mic about how good they were throwing the bricks and killing people.
That's horrible.
I'm trying to remember how old you are, sister. Like, that would have been like, what, late 80s, early 90s for something? Because Jesus Christ.
PSA said different, I guess.
Oh my god, do you... I don't know if Ireland had these. Did you have the Singing Hedgehog PSAs?
Oh, I don't think we had one of those.
So, these were played during like, the adverts for like Nick Jr. and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
And you know, it was literally 2D animation, hedgehogs just singing about how you should like be safe when crossing the road. Look both sides, all happy and jolly. It's like, you know your way down the street. It's like nice and classy, you know, like there's a giraffe in a car. What's not to love? Literally, the day after you're expecting that PSA to come on. It's just the boy who didn't stop. Look and listen. And it's like a horrifying 3D animation of this kid beaten and bruised in crutches. And the guy just goes, and the guy's like, he always loved to play with his ball, but he never looked where he was going. And it just shows like a first-person perspective of the driver about to hit the kid with a car.
Oh god, okay.
It's like, just, fucking hell, like, you know, the hedgehogs made me remember a song to look both ways, and now that PSA makes you never want to see a road again.
Yeah, I remember, we didn't have the singing hedgehogs about, crossing the street, but we did have, like, a 3D animation. I think it was in the style of, like, Handy Manny or something. Yeah, it was like a simple little song, like, you know, look both ways. There was no, like, gory aftermath, you know, because Nick Jr. in Ireland, I guess, was just a little bit more tame.
Oh, no, it wasn't gory, but fuck me, the kid was, you know, the kid was in a cast, like, bruised.
Yeah.
Just looked like he had seen death.
Yeah. There's, like, I think there's, like, 3 cases I can think of childhood trauma for me, especially when it comes to, like, being shown stuff in school. So, when I was about 5 or 6 years old, I was watching a PSA all about being careful around electricity. Because electricity, I guess, in Ireland was just, like, a big thing, because I guess we just discovered it last week, because we're so fucking behind on everything. And,
I still have to do the choke in my car.
It's bullshit. But yeah, so the PSA was all about, you know, oh, if you see like a puddle and you are by like telephone, like if you see a telephone like wire inside the puddle, don't go anywhere near it, you'll get shocked. If you see an electrical fence, like be careful just not to go near it. I remember this specific scene that happened in it where it was like 2 boys playing fishing, not playing fishing, but like going fishing by a pond. One guy was like constantly like walking back towards an electric fence, and what happened was the boy got too close. There was a bang that literally sounded like just a fucking gunshot sound. Hard cut to black. Instantaneously, the next scene, the kid's just on the floor dead.
Jesus.
And what was even worse was that the boy who survived was like giving off like a testimony, and he literally ran towards the camera screaming his head off and shit. I had nightmares about that PSA for weeks afterwards, and suffice to say the PSA kind of worked because I avoided telephone poles like the fucking plague. I wouldn't dare go near them. But like, the trauma was so bad that when I was by an electrical fence one time, this is like 5 years later, I was probably around 10 or 11 years old at this point, I had accidentally gotten shocked by an electric fence.
Oh, yeah.
And because I had seen what the PSA was like, I genuinely thought I was about to die.
Oh no!
And I was shitting fucking bricks and everything like that. And my family was like, it's okay, you're fine, it's just an electric shock. You'll be okay.
You ever see the one where the little kids are sitting in a field and a fucking car just comes rolling through a hedge?
That's Irish, yep.
That's an Irish one.
Yep, you can thank Ireland adverts. Jesus Christ, our like car like driving adverts and stuff, or like our PSAs, the most harrowing shit you will ever see. Ireland has now gotten to a point where anytime I'm going to the cinema, they always like play this one PSA. They're like, there are so many car crashes that are happening in Ireland due to like drink driving and stuff. And you know the Irish government has just gotten absolutely sick of our shit, where in this like PSA, they're showing literal corpses of people who have died in car crashes. You know, like there's this one guy who had like his fucking eye sticking out while he was like being pulled on a stretcher and shit. Like harrowing shit. And all like this is all just being told over like a monotone Irish accent. It's just like, but you still never listen, do you? You're still going around drinking and all that. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
Stop drinking. Drive responsibly. Now enjoy Toy Story 5.
Yeah, it was it's weird. It always plays like during a Marvel film, which is strange as shit. But yeah, so electrical cables. That was childhood trauma number 1. Childhood trauma number 2 was the boy in striped pajamas.
Oh, okay. That's not a PSA though. That is just a harrowing fucking.
No, I like the main question was like, what's the most disturbing film you've ever seen like during school? So this kind of counts.
They showed the boy in striped pajamas in school. I watched Schindler's List.
No, yeah, we as a way to show off like the horrors of World War II. I was in like 4th class or something, and yeah, they decided that the boy in striped pajamas would be the perfect story to show off the horrors of Nazism and things like that. And I guess to an extent it worked. Loads of people were like breaking down in tears after that last scene. Like, if you know, you know.
Oh yeah, it's
a fucking hard watch. So yeah, I think I've seen the boy in striped pajamas at least twice at this point.
I saw it once, and that was all I needed to see.
Yeah, that last scene with all the dead bodies in the showers, that will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's like, yep, Nazis bad, Holocaust bad, I don't need to see anymore. Like, if I'm going to watch a World War II film, I'll just watch Liam Neeson cry because his acting is tremendous. Thank you!
Yep, then childhood trauma number 3 was when I was in secondary school. I think I was about 16 years old at the time, and the school was going like, alright, a lot of y'all are becoming really fucking communist, and I think that's kind of cringe and gay, so let's show you Animal Farm to show up the horrors of communism.
For legal reasons, he was paraphrasing.
Yeah, the teachers would get fired if they said that. But yeah, I have seen the original, I think it was like the 1970-something Animal Farm. It's a really good film, but fucking hell, it's disturbing. Very much like the book.
They made us watch The Boy in Striped Pajamas in 1984. I'm actually unfamiliar with 1984.
1984 was, it's a book made by the same guy who did Animal Farm. His name is George Orwell.
Alright.
And 1984 is basically a story. Black Mirror kind of shares a lot of similarities to it. 1984 is basically about a guy who lives in a system that is all about keeping the party in power, and what the guy's job in the book is to do is to go through historical documents and take certain stuff out that doesn't fit the party's narrative. Basically showing off like the horrible powers of like authoritarianism and things like that. It's a really, really good book. Very depressing though. Like it is, oh boy, it is a fucking soul-crushing book, but it's a really powerful read. It's really good.
Okay. Yeah, Sapphire says good book.
Yep, phenomenal book. It's very ahead of its time. I know it's a meme for some people to go like, oh my god, what's happening is literally 1984, but like there is some things that are happening in like modern society, and it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, guys, 1984 was a cautionary tale. It's not a fucking guidebook.
I say like, you know, in terms of war films, like if you guys haven't seen it, you've got to check out Schindler's List. It is like, it's depressing, but
yeah,
you know, the acting in it is phenomenal. I don't think Liam Neeson won an Oscar, which I think is criminal.
Yeah, Schindler's List is a film that I desperately need to see because to this day I still haven't seen. Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, like, yeah, you gotta.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't by the end of the year, I will like sit you down and we will watch it together.
Sounds good.
That's not a threat. That's a promise. I'm trying to think what else. I remember in primary school, my teacher thought it was a good idea to put on Watership Down.
Yeah, Watership Down. That is the classic horror film for the English. Fuck me. Like this film was the prime example of like it. So like we all know of the PG-13 system, like age ratings and stuff. You know, it was kind of a thing introduced in the 80s because you know we're kind of getting sick of trauma. Yeah, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, to say that this system wasn't really used correctly back in the day would be putting it very, very lightly. Because I think Watership Down, a film all about on-screen bunny murder, and I'm not just... And, like, this isn't like the cartoon violence, no, this is, like, actual blood and gore.
Yeah.
You are seeing a bunny get mauled by a dog, and it holds on the rabbit's fucking bleeding corpse, and everything like that. Yeah, this was rated G. It was like, okay, so yeah, bring the family to see this.
I think it is still rated U for Universal.
Yeah, and it was like there's a whole scene in Watership Down where basically a traumatized like bunker bunny was telling the main characters about their experience of their family basically being suffocated alive in a burrow.
Oh god,
and everything like that.
Fucked me up.
It's a harrowing scene. It is really, really brutal. Yeah, like I only saw the film like I want to say maybe like 3 years ago, and yeah, it fucked me up like royally. It's a disturbing film.
And the BBC did like a CGI remake, and it's shit.
Yeah, but fucking, they were just like, yeah, this is rated U for everyone. This is fine. It's like, okay, all right then.
I'm a geek.
Yeah, children's films are they were built different back in the day. They were not scared of scaring us, to say the least.
Yeah, and people like say like, oh, we should really go back to those days. It's like, okay, I don't want to go back to the days of trauma, but I do agree that modern kids films are definitely getting desensitized.
It's an interesting conversation because I feel like yeah, a lot of the old films, like one example I can think of off the top of my head is like Pinocchio, like Disney animated one from like 1940. There's a scene in there where one of the bad boys from Pleasure Island gets turned into a donkey, and the way that scene is animated and it's scored, it's straight up horror movie shit. It is beyond terrifying, but it's safe to say that just from that scene, the message of Pinocchio, it really got through to people, to say the least.
Yeah.
And when you're a kid's story, one of the main objectives for a kid's story is to teach kids lessons, and what is a better teacher than fear?
Different lesson compared to what the original book had. The original book was that went places.
I think that book was entirely written because the author, I could be getting this completely wrong, so don't quote me on this, but apparently like the writer of Pinocchio just really fucking hated children's books, so he just wrote Pinocchio out as a way to spite people. And just made it like fucking nonsense and just dark as shit. That's what I heard anyway. There's one scene in the book where I'm paraphrasing it, but I think the quote of this is pretty much like correct. There was a snake in Pinocchio that saw Pinocchio do something silly, and he laughed so much that a blood artery burst in his body and he died. That is a line from the book.
Oh, what was the name of the guy who made Pinocchio? Was it like Geppetto?
Yeah, Geppetto, yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't like in the book Pinocchio got Geppetto arrested for like molesting him or something?
I think he did get him arrested. I just don't know for what though. Cause yeah, Pinocchio was like a fucking massive piece of shit in the book.
Yeah.
Just cared for nobody but himself.
Hey Sonic Unity, saw you online on my Switch playing, thought I'd come say hi. What up, my friend? Astro Boy 2007 gave me the first taste of existentialism as a kid. What's the Astro Boy film shit?
Yeah. It was, yeah. It was good. From what I've heard from people is like Astro Boy was good for like 30 minutes and then it just got really, really bad.
Yep, that sounds like a Western studio trying to tinker with a Japanese IP.
Nick Cage voices Astro Boy's father in it, so that's nice. Nick Cage is always a good actor.
I'm actually playing Kirby's Adventure on the NES Switch Online using the NES controller. It's a lot of fun. Awesome!
Hell yeah. Hope you have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was I saying? We were talking about kids films like using fear to teach kids lessons. I think like we've kind of gotten back to that somewhat, because like I'm thinking of like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish and things like that. Death as a character, he is pretty fucking terrifying.
Yes,
like he is pretty scary.
What lesson is there to teach? Death is inevitable.
Live your life. Live your life and live it well. Otherwise, death is gonna come for you with a fucking vengeance. Look, children's moral lessons, they don't have to be like completely like rational, okay? They just need to give you like a gut feeling. That's it.
I do love The Last Wish though. It is an excellent film.
Way better than it had any right to be.
Oh yeah, I remember I just dismissed it as just another sequel for like an already mediocre film, and then like it was the blood that convinced me.
Oh yeah, that was the scene because I was watching it with a friend. I was going like, yeah, I've heard that this film is like getting really good reviews. I was wondering like what it's like. So the moment I saw the blood, I was like, oh my god, I haven't seen blood in years. Holy shit.
When people were saying it was good, I thought it was just the meme, like what happened with
Morbius. Yeah.
Like I thought that was just the meme, but then I saw the blood and I was saying like, okay, they're gonna zoom out and it's a wine barrel. Nope, that's actual blood coming from his head. Oh.
And Jack Horner pops up and is like the best fucking like just irredeemable bad guy that I ever seen in fiction in a very long time.
I think that's what makes him great. He like
You're an irredeemable monster. Oh, what took you so long, idiot?
Like, you know, people try and find like, oh, but they're always a good guy. You can't find that in Horner. No.
His fucking death is like, what did I do to deserve this? I mean, what specifically?
That's like he wasn't
so good.
He wasn't in the marketing at all, which I think is what helped it be really great. Like, you know, no marketing, so
it's
no
just a
one
nice surprise,
expected it.
yeah. That was the whole thing. Oh my god, it's like, I know it was like kind of problematic to say, so I'll just make it quick. There was a whole meme that went around with Jack Horner.
I think I know exactly what you're going on about, but I will.
Someone said Jack Horner would be like a pro-trans ally. Someone quote tweeted it with a fucking clip of Jack Horner like responding to Pinocchio, and he's like, "What's the big deal? I've been a boy this whole time.
I've been a real boy this whole time." It's like he would be transphobic. It's like,
I saw that, I was like, oh no.
It's like you shouldn't laugh, but my god, it's hilarious.
It's so funny. It's so bad.
It's like, yes, one ticket to hell, please.
Yeah. Ay.
Always reminds me why I love the internet.
Sapphire says about Astro Boy, I think it was decent, but definitely not a good indicator of Astro Boy's true quality. The 03 series is so fucking good and pretty dark and fun, and which kind of fits the topic.
Didn't know there wasn't.
Didn't they make another Astro Boy series? I think in like 2021.
I heard
like
about
Netflix?
that. I never like heard anything come out of it. Like I didn't know if it was still going, if it was cancelled or not.
I think apparently they went through the series, and like I was looking up some clips online of just like villain monologues, because sometimes I just like to get inspiration for like villains and stuff.
Yeah.
There was a whole speech surrounded with Tenma and like how he created the main villain besides like Astro. Shut up. And I found out that Tenma in this version was voiced by none other than Keith David.
Really?
Yeah, and the speech that he gives is some of the most like, it's one of the best villain speeches I've ever heard in my life.
What would you say is one of your favorite like villain speeches in like fiction or like animated shows? Or just in general, fuck it.
There was a whole speech in 1984 where the main villain is like torturing the main character, and he basically tells the main character how it's basically pointless to fight against the party, and he goes on a whole spiel about like why the party exists and why it does everything that it does. And one of the lines that will like stick with me for the rest of my life is, imagine a boot stomping on a face forever. That's what the party wants. It's really fucking powerful shit.
That's quite a cold line, actually. I like that.
It's good, yeah. I'm also like, since I was on the subject of Astro Boy, like to give you a reason why I love the monologue from Keith David. Basically, the main villain was a robot designed by Tenma, and he made it because somebody offered him a lot of money to do it. And basically, they wanted a perfect robot, so that's exactly what Tenma did. He created the perfect robot. And what he says was, "What do you think became of that robot?" "Nothing. It never woke up." No, it would be more likely to say that it refused to wake up, and everything like that, because the reason why the robot never woke up was because Tenma had programmed 9 billion souls into the AI, so that way, like, the robot, if it ever got a consciousness, could be literally whatever it wanted to be, and because it's an AI and it was trapped with all these options, it just refused to wake up. So the way that Tenma got around this was that he basically just filled the robot with suffering.
Jesus.
So yeah, like there's a YouTube comment that perfectly summarized it, where it's like, I created the perfect robot and it didn't wake up, so I got bored and I tortured it.
Fuck.
It's such like, oh, it's such a fucking powerful scene. It's so good. And fucking hearing Keith David's voice come out of that fucking character, oh, it was beautiful.
There's probably pales in comparison, but I do like Hopper's speech about how, like, you know, about the ants and
You
why.
let one ant stand up to us, yeah. I love that speech. It's so good, yeah.
I also just love the scene before it, where he basically just kills 3 of his own kind with a face that does not show any, like, emotion or like disappointment, if anything.
Just to show off just how much of a bastard he is.
Just to prove a point.
Like, sacrificed 3 of his kin to just go like, yep, this is what the ants could do to us if we don't reel our fucking necks in.
But I also like it because, like, he knows himself he is weak in comparison. Like,
he can't beat the ants,
Yeah, he's strong against 1 ant, he's not strong against 100 ants, but he knows that. He doesn't, like, you know, he doesn't have the confidence of, oh yeah, like, I'm absolutely stronger than any ant that ever comes to me. Like, no, he knows he is weak against them, and he doesn't want them to know that.
Yeah, you let 1 ant stand up to us and they all might stand up.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
It's not about food, it's about keeping the ants in line, yeah.
Like, yeah, like, he always says might. He doesn't say they will. Like, he doesn't know if they will or not. But, like, it's not a risk he wants to take.
Exactly, yeah. So that's why, like, he's always going around, like, being super intimidating, just so that the ants will never even conceive of, like, rebelling against him.
Yeah.
Bug's Life is such a good movie.
It really is.
It's an amazing film.
It's
amazing that, like, that was, like, and that was, like, the second film. Like, that was made, like, after, like, Toy Story and shit, so they really improved, like, in terms of, like, the animation and everything, and that was, like, after literally just 1 movie.
The Astro Boy reboot, announced in 2017, went through development hell and re-emerged recently as a CGI show, which has a pretty divisive first look for the teaser trailer.
Ah.
So, when did the teaser trailer come out? Or is the whole thing out now?
I assume it might be out already.
It's hard.
Feels like way back in 2017.
This shit.
That is true, yeah.
Especially nowadays, when, like, development time is like,
What's another, like, villain speech that stands out to you?
There are good ones, but, like, it's like, since I've asked the question, okay,
are we drawing a blank? Yeah.
Are we going to include games?
Sure, if I could go for it. Whatever works.
Because while it's not technically a speech, I do like the way Gaius is with how he delivers some of his lines. Like, trying to convince Dust that he is Cassius.
Yeah.
Like,
my greatest soldier, why are you doing this to your fellow people?
I always love the, don't you remember your duty? Don't you remember your friends?
Yeah, that's a powerful line, yeah.
Yeah. Like, you can hear the hurt in his own voice.
Mm-hmm.
I know he didn't technically have a speech, but, like, Stinky Pete, with, like, the way he, like, spoke about how, like, you know, children destroy toys and stuff like that, and how the museum is just the best choice for the Roundup gang.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Stinky Pete was a great villain. He's like why I think Toy Story 2 is like the best one.
Toy Story 2 is excellent. I love Toy Story 2.
Yeah, it's like Toy Story has a very similar thing to Death Note, where it's like everything about this is so good that the only thing that people are like divisive on is which one is better.
Yeah.
So that's when you know your stories reach like fucking peak status.
No, yeah,
oh, speaking of that, Light's monologue, when he's caught as Kira, I fucking love that speech.
Yeah, okay, that's double sub.
Dub. I'm sorry, fucking Brad Swahili, fucking amazing performance. That man knows how to act insane.
Do you think it's better in the manga or the anime, though?
Oh, I'd probably say the anime. I'd have to be honest.
I'd have to agree, because you could just see when Light basically loses it, when he basically knows he's in a corner, but he doesn't want to admit it.
Just completely snaps. Like, that laugh that Brad gives is, like, it's haunting. It is such a, like, an inhumane laugh to come out of such, like, what was, up till this point, a very subdued character.
Yeah. Especially with, like, the, you know, like the moment he snapped, the moment he just stopped treating his colleagues with the same respect he did once before.
Yeah. It's like a whole thing, like, the lines of, like, the world is still rotten, the world had to be fixed, it was a task given to me, who else could have done it and gotten this far?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's so good! So good!
Well, I'm
Ryuk's
back.
monologue at the end as well was great. That was also really good. Just
Ryuk's
the complete apathy. Yeah, just the complete apathy of, like, you know, it was good while it lasted. We eased each other's boredom for some time.
And even
stuff.
And even his reasoning was like, you know, it's like, yeah, you might survive this and be in the hospital, but I don't know how long that's going to take, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't want to live. I don't want to be around long enough to see it. It's like, oh, I love it.
I'm back. Was expecting you to become two crotchety old men ranting about the old days. Not out yet, but I'm still going to give it a fair shot. But if it sucks, I'll still have the 03 series. Who's animating the Astro Boy, like, the new series? Do we know that at least, or? Because I'm quite curious, because, like, if it is, like, actual Western or Japanese animated.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's Western, then okay, that explains the development hell, because, yikes. And if it's Japanese, that's quite interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just thinking about Light Speech. I think, with the hindsight of the fact that we've looked through all the other Death Note stuff for your videos, there's one thing that kind of ruins it for me a little bit. And I know this isn't in the anime itself, but it's like, now I'm going, but like when I rewatch the series, I kind of have this context in mind, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
L's funeral.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's laughing at the gravestone.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, outside of the fact that they blatantly just reused the fucking shot from his laugh from the warehouse, I just feel like that victory speech kind of, you know, well, first off, that laugh there, and also the victory speech, I don't know, just kind of mutes the impact at the end a little bit more, you know?
I can see where you're coming from, sure.
Because, like, we always saw Light as always in control of everything. We never, rarely did we ever see him actually lose his shit outside of the moments where, like, L got to him or something like that. And that moment where, you know, he finally let himself go. Okay, yeah, one could argue that it's like oh my god, the weight's been lifted. Oh,
I finally did it. He's dead.
Yeah.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
But a part of me sees that as just like, I mean, that doesn't feel like Light in a way, you know? Like, he hasn't actually won yet because the police are still around. Like, you know, he's not really the god yet because there are still a lot of factors he has to get rid of first.
The way that I see it is that, like, I'm on the other side. I feel like that crash out, I guess you could say, was, like, perfectly in character for Light. Okay. Because I believe that, number one, we have seen examples of, like, Light being emotional and things, so people going like, oh, Light being emotional isn't Light. It's like, you clearly just haven't watched the fucking show.
Well, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, it's like, but it's like a whole thing that I think to keep in mind is that, while yes, Light perfectly understands that you know, L isn't like the only thing that's holding him back, it's also the police and stuff. L was a constant thorn on his side for ages. And for a character as prideful as Light to finally have that thorn removed, I feel like him temporarily losing his cool and just, you know, defiling L's grave and going like, I finally fucking did it, I won! I feel makes sense. And the whole thing about him, like, he doesn't believe that he's the god yet, I feel like the OVA also, like, it kind of showed that he did sort of believe that he was already god of the New World, like, after L's death, because an interesting thing in the OVAs was that during the montage of like, killing off, like, the last remnants of the, of, like, all the criminals and stuff, he was very close by when everything was happening, so he had this vibe of kind of like a harbinger of death, who was just kind of like fucking with humanity now that like his greatest opponent was gone. So that's the way that I see the scene. So I feel like it was in character for Light to, you know, lose his cool temporarily and like for at least a moment in time feel like he was completely invincible.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. This is why I love Death Note. There's so many cool conversations you can have.
I wonder if they could tell I'm heavily invested in Astro Boy.
Good to have a fixation.
Everyone's got their fixations. For me, it's Ys. For you, it's Astro Boy.
Yep. For me, it's Death Note.
But Jack means it. He and I, we have had a lot of discussions.
Fucking tons of discussions.
When we were watching the new generation, we had like, what was it? Dare I say an hour? Like, probably not that long, but we had a very, very long discussion about like a potential like idea of showing the reign of Kira from a lack of a better term, a normie's perspective, and we went through.
Yeah, or even better, yeah.
I'm not sure if you're gonna plan. I'm not sure if you're like gonna do anything with that or keep that in or something. But like that, I think that's one of our best discussions we've had.
Yeah, it was genuinely great. Because the story that inspired that conversation was easily like the most complex story that Death Note's ever had.
I'd argue
we've mentioned this maybe a couple of times.
I'd argue it's one of the best Death Note stories.
Yeah, it's like we've probably discussed this on like other streams, but just to reiterate for people who are new.
Yep, I had a 2-year break.
Yeah, there was a discussion. Sorry, there was a story in New Generation where a criminal who had committed like a horrible act was living with the guilt of what he had done and is like constantly trying to make amends and stuff. And this entire story's main question was basically to go, can a criminal in Kira's society change? Like, is there an idea of redemption and stuff? And the thing is about that story, there's no right answer when it comes to that. It is a whole thing where the story spends a lot of time, you know, getting you to understand the criminal and what he did, and, you know, all of the guilt and shame he feels. Like, he's constantly waking up from nightmares. He's constantly going to, like, the victim's mother's, like, grave and stuff like that.
The house.
To, you know, pay... The house, sorry. Because in Japan, if somebody dies in a house, they, like, burn it, like, after a couple of years.
It's also a mixture of that, and it's like old houses, they get destroyed for, like, you know, because they have outdated safety things, and they're like, yeah, like, we couldn't tear it down because people were living there, but since they're dead, we, you know, tear it down now. But anyway, carry on.
So yeah, it was just all that kind of story, and so the script gives you that side of the criminal's perspective, but it also gives you the mother's side. You know, imagine yourself as a parent, you lose a child to a murderer, and this murderer is, you know, living his life and is constantly reminding you of what he had done and everything like that. You wouldn't want him to, like, you know, have a happy life.
No,
you wouldn't want him to get better, and it's like, you completely understand.
Yeah,
you completely understand. Yeah, so like I remember I was having this conversation with my girlfriend. Actually, we were like talking a little bit about Death Note, and I brought up this story to her, and she is very like strongly about, yeah, that criminal deserves to die. Like, there's no saving this criminal and everything like that. The mother has absolutely like has every right in the world to completely like hate this person for what they have done. And that's the thing, is like when I heard my girlfriend saying this, I couldn't say she was wrong.
Yeah, no,
you know, it is perfectly reasonable, and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, that story in New Generation is by far one of the most powerful stories to have ever come out of this franchise.
Yeah.
And it's just a shame that it was in a series that was really, really shit.
Oh, fucking Light Up the New World's dog shit. The new Kira is dog shit. The new L is dog shit.
That's the thing, it's like, as I'm going through it, I'm like, to any of those who have seen my retrospective videos, I have made maybe one too many jokes about me dreading the fact that I'm eventually going to be reviewing Netflix Death Note and everything like that.
It.
Yeah, like the fucking Scooby-Doo laugh and everything. Yeah, it's a whole thing where it's like, yeah, that for the longest time I thought that was like the worst of Death Note. The more I'm thinking about it though, with like fucking New Generation, Not Up to the World, I genuinely think that shit's worse.
Okay, I've heard this discussion go around, so I want to get your opinion on it. And chat, if you want to join in on this discussion, you can too. Do you think a bad film is better or worse than a boring film?
I'd argue a bad film is better on the grounds that a bad film at least made me feel something. Whether it be like anger, disappointment, offense, disgust, it at least gave me an emotion. But a boring film is a whole thing where I watch the film, I absorb nothing, and by the end of it, I barely remember anything because I was that bored. And I would argue that as a piece of art, being bored is one of the worst emotions you can give your audience. But that's the thing, because like with Netflix Death Note, I've seen the film like maybe 3 times at this point. I remember a lot about it, solely because of how mad it made me. With Light of the New World, genuinely, if I wasn't like constantly looking at the clips of us making jokes during like a fucking moment of like bored and like induced insanity, I don't remember anything about that film. Genuinely, I remember nothing.
The only
so in a way, I would say that Light in the World is probably the worst of all the Death Note stuff. It genuinely is just that fucking terrible.
That 3rd episode saves New Generation from falling under the same category of the worst.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing. The rest of it is just pure fucking trash.
The only 2 things I remember from Light Up is, you know, the Shinigami CGI is actually pretty decent, and it smells funny.
Just this guest smells funny.
Like fucking hell.
I will be playing that clip in the review.
You better.
It'll only be like what, fucking 20 minutes long.
Just like to really show where we were when we were watching this. Like, keep in mind, we said nothing for like an hour.
Mm-hmm. That film is genuinely like one of the worst experiences I've had watching a movie. I was so bored.
I don't know what it says, of the fact I'm more looking forward to watching Edge Note with you to compare notes than I am looking forward to watching Light Up the New World.
Yeah.
Some argue that a bad movie gives you more some emotion, something to talk about. A boring film is like, well, I wasted precious seconds of my life for this shit. Or what Jack said, damn, I'm typing.
Yep. Yeah, I asked Henry that question as well. I was like, what's better, a fucking boring film or a bad film? He was like, bad. 100% bad.
But what about a boring game or a bad game? Which is better? I'd
rather a game that's like, you know, barely serviceable or like one that's like broken. Oh, I genuinely don't know. I think I'm stuck with that.
That's the interesting one.
I'd have to really think about that, because yeah, a bad game, that's a whole fucking different experience from watching a bad film.
Yeah, because you can have a game that is atrocious, and it just makes you want to snap your controller in 2. But a boring game, while it could keep your hands busy for a bit, you're kind of bored out of your mind, and you just wonder if you should be playing something else.
You are just dying inside, yeah. So would I rather be dying inside with boredom or dying inside with rage?
Well, YouTubers will say dying inside with rage, but...
Yeah, but I'm not making money off of my playthroughs, so like...
I
I guess the closest I've ever gotten to being like bored with a video game was like fucking Devil May Cry 2. That was like... That's a game I think I beat in like 3 hours, and it was genuinely the most boring experience I've ever had playing a video game.
think I've heard people say that's like the black sheep of the Devil May Cry series.
It really is, yeah. It was a game that was made in like 9 months, and it really shows.
I'm trying to remember the last time I've been bored playing a game. Because it's like... I'm just going to cheat a bit and just browse through my Switch purchases. See if I can find one that actively sticks out. Because I did like playing these... Well, that would be controversial.
PUBG 4D.
Say Bayonetta bought me. That's a demo. I haven't bought it yet.
You were bored by Bayonetta, huh? We're gonna just we're gonna just quickly go through that, huh? You're just casually gonna say that and then move on as if I didn't fucking pick up what you just said. Get him, chat. Get him.
It just
motherfucker thought Bayonetta was boring.
Okay, I think Arkham Asylum was a bit more boring than Bayonetta actually.
Oh dear.
I mean I don't like Batman, so there was never a moment where I'm like, oh, I'm actually enjoying this. It was I was mainly just doing it because a friend bought it for me, and it was quite fun shooting the shit with him in game chat.
Oh yeah, I'm also thinking of another boring game, fucking Sonic 4. Episode 1, specifically.
Ooh, I'm gonna say something controversial. I didn't mind Sonic 4.
That game was just very blech to me. I liked episode 2 for some reason. Episode 2 was fun.
Okay, I was about to say episode 1 or 2, because I didn't mind Sonic 4 episode 1. I thought it was okay.
It was just more of a thing where it's like, this one just felt really bland to me. And then like episode 2 came out, it was like with the whole like Tails mechanics and things. I was like, okay, this is a lot better actually. This is fun.
What about...
This definitely feels like an improvement over episode 1.
What about a game... Why do they call it game when you off in the cold... Sorry. What about a game? Why do they call it game when you off in the cold game of out hot eat the food? I think System just had a stroke. To me, this question is basically: would you rather play Sonic 2 boring or Sonic Adventure? Sonic 2's boring.
Do you think Sonic Adventure 2 is boring? That game's fun. This is what I like about Sonic fans. There's always a civil war somewhere. It'll always be your turn on the pillory, buddy. The pillory is the great equalizer in this community.
We're executing Tommy this Saturday. Pardon me for not appreciating the fan service that costs $40,000.
It's a layered joke.
That is, yes, but it's very, very funny. Anytime she tweets now, there is at least one response saying, "Did you get paid $40,000?"
Aren't you that one person? Aren't you that one guy? Let that be a lesson to you, people. Be careful. Count your blessings.
I think that is the literal example of you don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because holy shit, that was atrocious.
That was such a stupid thing to say. And a very privileged thing to say as well.
And the fact that she thought that, like, you know, just lying about it would be like, it's like, oh yeah, no one's going to look into that. Everyone's going to take my word. What do you mean platinum whistleblowers are talking about it?
Oh man. I wouldn't have got away for it weren't for you meddling trolls.
Oh, whenever... God, I hate that. Whenever there's, like negative feedback and corporations are like, oh no, it's just the haters. It's like, fuck you.
You know, I've seen something actually. Me and Henry watched a magical film yesterday. Mortal Kombat 2.
Is that the recent one?
Yes, it's the recent one.
Oh boy.
So me and Henry saw the original Mortal Kombat. That was like 2021. Our general verdict was, if it wasn't for this one character, this film would have been amazing. Because basically in the first Mortal Kombat film, there was a guy called Cole Young, who was a descendant of Scorpion and was basically a Gary Stu. This motherfucker defeated Goro. Goro single-handedly. You know, one of the canonically strongest characters in the Mortal Kombat universe. Yeah, Cole beat him because of fucking course he did.
Hello, Spartan.
Mortal Kombat 2. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 2 apparently really took that feedback personally. Because not only did Cole Young... do you mind if I spoil Mortal Kombat 2? Are you gonna see it?
Well, okay, check with chat first.
Chat, do you mind? Because it is a pretty big spoiler, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't know if people actively want to see the film. Well, when did it come out?
It came out probably a couple months ago at this point.
Okay, so it
was a fairly recent film.
We're technically out of the spoiler threshold, but you know, I'll just we'll wait and see what chat decides. Actually, while they're deciding that, I'm just gonna go get a drink. So be right back.
Okay. Okay.
What are you singing?
It's a random tune.
Okay.
Okay, Adam says he's fine with me spoiling the film.
Fair enough. Also, I bet you and Henry are going to watch the Street Fighter movie too.
Yeah, Henry's very insistent that I watch it.
I keep forgetting the film's coming out, I swear.
Yeah. So, you have spoilers?
Yeah, chat. Last chance to not tell Jack to spoil. So, you know, if you're mad that he spoiled it, I gave you the heads up.
Cole fucking dies. Cole not only dies, he gets killed by Shao Kahn by getting his fucking head pummeled in with his hammer. He dies the most humiliating fucking death I have ever seen from a character.
They overkilled him?
Seriously, they just overkilled him.
Damn.
And everything. Yeah, so not only was Cole dead by the halfway point of the film, but it was magical, okay? Because it felt like the instant Cole was dead, the film just got this spirit that it didn't have before, and it just went straight into being like a straight-up Mortal Kombat movie. It was amazing. It was so good.
So the Gary Stu aside, are the films actually pretty decent?
Generally speaking, you know, in terms of video game adaptations, this one is by far not the worst.
Right.
I wouldn't say it's peak fiction or anything. The first Mortal Kombat's it's kind of a bad film because it was kind of playing it safe with a lot of the things because, you know, most modern video game films do that, you know, please the fans but also please the general public.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 2 just came out going nah, we're a Mortal Kombat movie. We 100% know what we are. We're stupid, we're dumb, we're campy, we're just gonna embrace it. No fucking winks of the camera or anything. It's just this is pure sincere cringe and I loved it. I had such a fucking blast watching that movie.
So it's okay. So one of those cases where the sequel was better than the first.
Way better, fucking leagues better.
Okay.
I'm not sure if the film did well, but there was heavy sequel bait at the end, and I'm like, please give us a Mortal Kombat 3. That would be amazing.
So wait, is it okay? Is it actually good, or does it fall under the so bad it's good? You know, it's you're kind of enjoying it because you know you're kind of laughing at what they tried to be, or is you know,
it genuinely is good, I would say.
Right.
Yeah, the fight scenes are definitely choreographed in a way. It's yeah, okay, this definitely isn't real life. It's definitely hitting video game logic, but everyone in this in this cast is super powered and shit, so you can kind of excuse it. And the story, it's not the best and everything, but it's competently told. It's fine. So yeah, I would say overall, genuinely, Mortal Kombat 2 was a really good watch. I had a lot of fun with it.
Is it one where you can tell the cast was enjoying it?
Oh, they were having the time of their fucking lives, dude.
Okay.
Time of their fucking lives. Johnny Cage, he was Carl Urban plays Johnny Cage. He plays him so well. He's not ideal casting for Johnny Cage because, you know, Carl Urban's a bit old now, but, you know, for what they did with him, he was great. I really liked him.
Honestly, that is one thing I like in films where you know, you watch it and you can tell they enjoyed it.
Yeah, that energy is just contagious. Like, it doesn't matter how good or bad a film is. Once you can tell that the actor is just having the time of their life, you're gonna enjoy it at least a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why Jim Carrey's such a fucking, like, iconic actor. It doesn't matter what he's in, he always looks like he's having the time of his life.
It's like when someone plays a villain, and you could tell the way they voice the villain that they are just having so much fun.
Yeah.
One that comes to mind is Willem Dafoe as Goblin.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Especially the game, of all things. Like, he had way more lines of dialogue in there, but like he is just having so much fun. I think it's like one where you have to chase him down while he has Aunt May under his arm, and like, you know, Tobey Maguire in his, you know, hero voice just goes, you know, if you hurt her, I'll make you pay, and Goblin just goes, ooh, now you're speaking my language.
It's just funny. It's good shit. I love it. That's why when No Way Home came out and Green Goblin was just doing what he did in the original film, everyone's like, oh my god, this guy's better than Thanos.
He was great in No Way Home.
He was genuinely great. It was good to just see like a genuine psychopath in the MCU.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. Love to see it.
Especially Cole's actor, he's free from the first movie's bullshit.
Yeah. Did you know that, like, I think it was the actor of Liu Kang and the actor who played Shang-Chi, they were actually offered the two roles at the same time, and basically they swapped the roles with each other and everything like that. So there could have been a timeline where I think his name is Simu Liu or something. He could have been Liu Kang, and the guy who played Liu Kang in the Mortal Kombat films could have been Shang-Chi.
Interesting.
And I'm wondering how that friendship is working out, because, you know, Shang-Chi is, like, making way more fucking money. The friend's probably kicking himself going, like, I could have fucking had that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he doesn't hold it against the guy.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's not like Simu Liu or something. It might have been somebody else, I don't know. But, like, yeah, it was interesting. It was a good time.
I'm trying to find out where the hell the last statue is, and I think I missed it, but I don't know. Because the crystal sculptures kind of blend in with the other crystals. If I miss it this time, I'll come back to this level and I'll just continue on, because I'll just be wasting time at that point.
Fair enough. Cypher's like, no, my favorite Ninjago character.
The way you described that Gary Stew, I merely forgot his fucking name.
Cole,
thank you. The way you described
him, we'll call him Stu.
David. The way you described him, it just reminds me of, like, are you familiar with Spartan Locke from Halo 5? Is that a yes or no? Just the silence. Did he die? I think he died. Well, Chad Jack's dead. Oh well. Or maybe he's just quietly Googling to... oh, there it was. Quietly Googling to make sure who Spartan Locke is. He blue screened. Just gonna send him a quick message. Or is it me that's... Okay, something's actually happening with this. Something's actually happening with Discord, which is weird. Oh, legit, I opened Discord on my phone, and I'm seeing like messages on Discord on the phone that aren't on the computer version. Maybe it's something on my end. I might actually have to do a quick reset on Discord. Give me a second. Nope, he left. Apparently his internet died, but my Discord is still mucking up, but okay. Okay, that's weird. For some reason, like, messages aren't showing up in order, but okay. Everything seems to be working fine. But apparently he's... You know what? I'm just gonna take it at face value that everything's fine on my end. Can I have his stuff? Alright, we got more starries to find. Are you going to finish your thought? Wait till Jack ever. I'll wait till he comes back because, you know, I feel he might find it interesting to learn about how Gary Stews are portrayed in other forms of media. I have a feeling Discord's going to automatically kick me if he doesn't get back in the call soon. Hello, Mr. Box. I see you. Okay. How's your writing endeavors faring? Yeah, they're going fine. Literally just one of those, like, just, taking a small break from it. I'm still waiting to hear from someone in regards to, one of the projects. Once I hear from them, I'll be able to make, some progress on, one of them. And when that happens, it'll be great. Because, but, you know, I don't want to rush her. Like, you know, she's dealing with some stuff. And, you know, I'd rather not add any unneeded stress. You know, she's had to, like, switch jobs. And, apparently she's considering taking a different therapist. Because the current one is not being ideal for her. Which is, you know, fair enough. So, I don't want it dragging your heels. Like, shut up. Oh, there we go. Actually, tell you what. Give me a second, because I need to sort this out. Because I don't know why the hell this is happening. So let me just be right back. All right, got it sorted. There was actually a bit of a hindrance with the connection. I literally just got new Wi-Fi installed today, so I think that might be messing with things a little bit. But Jack also just sent a message that he has to go and do some housework, which is fair enough. You know, it was good having him in chats while he was, but you know, dude's got shit to do, so I shan't force him to stick around. And I shall wish him the best with his housework. But yeah, so yeah, in regards to like the writing stuff, it is just a matter of you know, once I hear back from my friend, I'll make more progress on one of the projects. Currently thinking of some others. Nothing like concrete out of just like, oh, that could be an idea. But yeah. Plus, once the Shadows light novel comes out, then that'll be all sorted, wouldn't it? Ah, itchy stash. Although, since Jack isn't going to come back, I suppose I'll actually, describe what I was... So, I asked him if he knew about Spartan Lock. So, for those who don't know or haven't played Halo, Spartan Lock is a character that was introduced into Halo 5. And, he was all over the marketing, which concerned lifelong Halo players, because they were like, you know, who the fuck's this guy? Where's Master Chief? And stuff like that. And, like, the first thing we see... Eddie tell you this? No. No, I knew about this. You know, the first thing we see Spartan Lock do is basically beat the shit out of Master Chief. You know, the guy who's been the main character in all of the Halo games. Like, you know, you see Master Chief lose against Spartan Lock. And, it kind of falls under what's known as the Worf effect, which is basically, you know, this character's been established to be like very strong, very powerful. So let's just get this random fucker in to incapacitate them. And yeah, Halo fans were pissed off with that, and you know, understandably so, of course. But yeah, so the way he described Cole made me think of Spartan Lock. But maybe it doesn't fall under the same category. Dude, my high school friend was so fucking butthurt about it. Well, also, apparently 343 was surprised that people didn't like Spartan Lock. Apparently, they didn't know people saw Master Chief as the main character. They just saw him as just the avatar for the player. So, like, they apparently they also updated the Master Chief collection to include references to Spartan Lock, like showing him like doing some stuff behind the scenes, like, oh, he was always there, which apparently pissed off Halo fans more, understandably so, of course. Whoops, we fumbled the ball. Basically. Bonkers. Motherfucker, right what I was about to say. Okay. Now we've taken down Bonkers. Sweet. So since, you know, because Jack and I mainly been talking about stuff in our own interest, how has chat been? How have you guys been? You know, did you guys have a good weekend? Were you up to anything exciting? Anything scandalous? Okay. I watched all of season 1 of Star Trek Prodigy. Ooh, nice. How was it? Corey Fuchs introduced Ryula's secret brother, who's a total badass and cool and was always in the background the whole time. God, imagine if I was that desperate for writing. Christ. Surprisingly good. Awesome. Glad to hear you had fun, system. Okay. Ah, shit. Ow. I banged the mic. You know, I don't think... Why did I fall? You know, I don't think I ever had any plans to, like, do the whole, like, secret family shtick. Because, you know, it's a shitty writing gimmick to do. I have to review the benefits offered by my employer and also try not to blow my brains out, the usual. Fair enough, I guess. Okay. Oh, bollocks. Back here. I'll read you guys' chats in a minute. There's a part where Janeway swaps bodies with the main character, and it was really funny to hear a woman her age pretending to be a teenage boy. Oh, blimey. Wait, is Star Trek Prodigy animated or live action system? Because I'm quite curious if they did the... Because, like, if it's animated... Alright, okay. So... Were the voices the same, or did they swap the voices? The voices didn't swap. Good. Because that makes sense. The voices wouldn't swap. Why would the, like, you know, why would a woman's voice come out of a man, come out of a man's body? I see that one up there. How do I get... Ah. The guy did a really good job with her mannerisms. Like, for a second, I thought they really had swapped bodies. Well, that's good. Yeah, at least they were able to make it convincing. Is someone die? Nope. Oh, okay. I missed... Really? I missed one? Damn it. Alright, I suppose I might as well see what the last challenge is. I think I missed that as well. Don't get run over. Fuck's sake. Alright. You know, it's a shame if Jack had stuck around, I'm pretty sure we would have been able to talk for a while to where I could have easily pushed this to like the 3-hour mark, but when it's me on my own, I definitely don't have the talents to keep people entertained for an extra hour. So I'm pretty sure, like, once I reach 2 hours, I will be calling it, which means I failed. I did not make it to... I did not end Kirby, the stream, like I thought I would, which is a shame. Ace Attorney will have to be next week instead of this Thursday. Which is a shame, because, you know, I was really looking forward to playing that as soon as. I got the thumbnail done, and it looks fucking sick. There you go, Adam, your wallet is safe. And if I was there, you want to end the stream even sooner. No? Why would you think that? Okay. Right, so don't get run over by a parade car and make 5 small starry flowers bloom. So I missed one of them. Oh, do you think maybe it was in that alternate area? Probably, actually, now that I think about it. Adam, in all the times we spoke, I never had the inkling that I wanted to end a chat early because I was talking to you. I think that is just you being a bit down on yourself there, mate. Did that count? No, I've still got full health. I wonder if I can finish at least one Ace Attorney game beforehand. I want to go in blind, but I also want to support your stream. Which Ace Attorney game are you playing, Saf? Are you like, you know, still playing the first one? If so, which case are you on? I'm pretty sure I could just carry on. I don't think I need to get mouthful mode on the water. Fuck you. Alright. In we go. I mean, you gotta start with the first one in the series, Sapphire. The franchise rewards you following the story chronologically. You say that, but like, I got into it through Dual Destinies, the 5th one. And there are a lot of fans who started with Apollo Justice, the 4th one. I want to play the OG trilogy, haven't started yet because I'm terrible at time management. First off, mood. Secondly, I'm sure you can get around to it. Especially if you got the games, you know, if you're traveling a bit and if you got it on like Switch or like a Steam Deck, you know, you definitely can't go wrong there. Yeah, but you play the old ones eventually. Well, yeah, but like, you know, shut up. I couldn't think of a good spot there. I'm maybe a little bit tired, and it's probably my fault for drinking the caffeine-free Pepsi Max for this instead of, you know, the regular Pepsi Max. Can it be down here? No, I can't jump down there. Slow and steady. Right, so I'm going to be careful here, so I don't want to get hit by the parade cars. Nope. There we go. Could it possibly be up here? And I may have missed it. No. Okay. Fuck me. God damn it. That's me being a fucking dumbass. I got nothing on that. Right, I'll probably come back to this level during the next stream. You know, to save you guys seeing the same fucking level over and over again. Let's see where it could be. It's probably not in here. Okay. Hey man, I'm here for the company. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just here for the food. You know, curious question, Susan. Did you ever watch that like Star Trek parody show that Seth MacFarlane did? What was it called? The Oracle or something like that? Yeah, I have that on DVD. All right. So I have it on DVD. Must be a clear indicator that you liked it, right? Ah, I don't know what... I might have to actually double check a guide on that, see what the hell they are. Well, they are, just like the last one. Right, I'll come back to that later. Okay, Frost Street Snow Park. It's a good show. Fair enough. Admittedly, the only like clip of it I've seen is like the main guy was like pointing out that he had a Kermit the Frog in his office, which is like, you know, begs the question why he would have a Kermit the Frog of all things, given the fact that that's meant to be, what, hundreds and hundreds of years in the future, and of all things he picks fucking Kermit the Frog. And I am familiar with, like, you know, that, like, 500 500 cigarettes lined. This must have eaten all the food when I was in the sauna because I didn't get a crumb. First come, first serve, Adam. You know the rules. YouTube stream lagging for me, but I heard the Orville mention the Orville was so fucking good. Sisters. Sister doesn't share food. Wouldn't even let him have a grape system? I'm sorry, this track is just really fucking good. Have I not explained enough how much I fucking love this music? Or just music in general? I don't want his charity. Okay. Those 500 cigarette aliens come from a race where the males lay eggs, so they determined women weren't useful to society and forcibly changed female babies into males. Oh boy. Just like, I can see where that's going. So let me guess, you know, they had a daughter that they hadn't turned into a man yet, and they got disowned by like the whole race or something like that. Because, you know, not progressive. Okay. They had a daughter, argued about changing her to a male, ultimately changed her. She grew up hating her body, went back to female, and at some point during that, they broke. Well then. Pardon me for assuming the low-hanging fruit that Seth MacFarlane often goes for with his writing sometimes. It sounds risky, but it surprisingly circles into being a positive women and trans message in later episodes. Fair enough. I'm sure the vocal few of the fan base won't find a way to turn that into political messages. Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. A majority of the time, yes, you're absolutely right, Adam, yes. Like, most of his writing in other shows is like, hey, did you know that I did Family Guy? And remember the 80s? They were great. I actually don't know which way is the plot way. I'm going to avoid the plot way. This way is not the plot way. This is the wrong way. Okay. Okay. It's a good watch if you're interested in science fiction shenanigans mixed with social commentary. I tend to avoid my social commentary for the most part. I feel it gets a bit too social. Which is what Star Trek almost always is. Yes, but I feel like when social commentary is like told through the veneer of comedy, I feel like that kind of makes it lose its premise in a way. And I say that Doctor Who did social commentary with Jodie Whittaker, but Chris Chibnall can't write for shit, so. And to be fair, that wasn't commentary, that was just Chris Chibnall being a shit writer. Oh, I like this one. It's signed, Kirby! They take social stuff seriously, the jokes come in between. Yes, I know what you meant. I'm just being an asshole, as always. These woofies are just minding their own business, completely unaware that a fucking sign is coming down to end their life. Okay. Fuck. Fuck. It can work at a comedy, but sometimes the message gets muddled with the humor. Yeah, that's the problem. I think like shows like The Big Bang Theory are guilty of like that comedy killing the serious moments. I think it was like the episode where Howard's mother died. And it's like, you know, like he was, you know, dude was clearly upset. Like, you know, like he lost his... Oh, that was bad timing! Ah, El Gaso! That was poor timing! Fuck! God damn it. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, the episode where Howard's mum dies and, like, Sheldon being the character who... By the way, yes, I know I'm talking about The Big Bang Theory, like, oh, are you expecting that to have serious moments? Just, you know, shut up. Yeah, like, you know, Sheldon says, like, Sheldon, the character who doesn't really judge the way people are, you know, he can't read the signs sometimes. He actually said something, you know, actually heartwarming, where it's like, you know, I didn't have anyone there when I lost my dad, but you do. And, you know, that's actually nice of the character to say. And then the fucking Penny just comes in, just, like, saying, like, I thought he was going to tell him to get over it. It's like, good job, writers. Good job. You had an emotional scene, and, you know, you just had to kill it. Thanks. Thanks for ruining what could have been a great character moment. What could have been a good serious moment for the show. The day we get a season 4 is the day I die happy, or from shock, whichever comes first. We get entire dog shit shows like Starfleet Academy forced down our throats, and yet Orville gets cancelled. There is no justice. Is there a reason why I got cancelled? I don't know. Fair enough. Alright. Ooh. Get that stretch out of me. Time to end the stream. So, this has been Kirby in the Forgotten Land for the Nintendo Switch 2. If you guys like what you want to see more, be sure to let me know down below. Next time we come back to this, we are going to rescue the rest of the Starries and see what lies slumbering in the crystal. But that won't be the next stream. For the next stream will be tomorrow with more East 10 Proud Nordics, where we go through the rest of the Specular Bay and see what lies on the other side. If you want to help support the channel, links to Throne and PayPal down below. Completely optional. You don't have to. Thanks for looking in the first place. Check out Honest Bonds, Last Fighter Trendzoa, and Shadows. Links in the description, as well as all the links to all the wonderful artists who contributed to the amazing art you've seen on stream. And yeah, that's all I've got to say, really. Unsubscribe. See you later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Manga was here, and I'm Sergeant Major Mario saying ciao.